our mom watched it with us, and she was like, "Oh, I can see Danielle doesn't like that scene," and I'm like, "No, I don't like it. They're getting back together, and it makes no sense." Hi, I'm Danielle.
And I'm Del.
And this is the Black Catch-Up, where we're catching up on iconic Black media we missed out on in our more conservative religious childhood.
So, kicking off the new year.
Yeah, Happy New Year! We made it to 2021!
Yeah, woot woot. But we watched The Best Man.
Yes, we're kicking off January with a bunch of rom-coms. Just feel good.
Yeah, so Best Man.
Yes.
Let's get into the IMDb summary.
Just before best friend's wedding, the life of Chicago writer becomes crazy when the friend guesses that new book's story based on his bride's fervent past.
His bride's what?
Fervent past.
Fervent past. Okay. IMDb.
This is weird because IMDb didn't do great punctuation.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah, no.
I was reading it and I was like, this sounds like I don't know what I'm
Surprised
saying.
it's that long. Usually IMDb puts like 3 words, like man goes to wedding.
Yeah.
So all right. But let's start off with things we liked about this movie.
Yes.
I guess I'll kick it off. I actually really liked the overall premise of this movie.
Ooh.
Like, once I got past the, like, stupidity of main guy's decision to write a book airing out all his dirty laundry, I thought it was, like, kind of, like, almost like a fun little, like, mystery. Are you kind of just waiting for him to, like, read it? And then that climax scene was also really good. But I just generally liked the general premise and perspective of it, being from, like, the guy who wrote the book's perspective as well.
Yeah.
So, I just thought it was like a cool, like, fresh premise for like a rom-com, I guess.
Yeah.
And also, one more thing on that. Also, like, it was nice seeing like a group of guys. Usually, I feel like you get like the girls trip kind of movie, but it was nice seeing like a group of guys too, especially for like a rom-com.
I have more or less kind of the same thing because I just liked the underlying tension between the characters, between Lance and Harper, because Harper's the one who writes the book, airing his dirty laundry, essentially.
Yeah.
He like published his diary, more or less.
Yeah.
And I just like the tension of like, because every once in a while Lance does something to kind of fuck with Harper. Like during the
bathroom scene.
The bathroom scene where he just like locks the door and like goes to talk to his friends like, hey man. Like just really close and you're like, does he know something?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like the tension and the culmination of that huge fight at the end. I just really like the build up to that.
Okay. All right.
That's how you do tension.
Yeah. No,
During Christmas we did a lot of tension filled things that were not that tensiony.
Yeah.
This was good.
Okay. I guess going off that, I really liked Lance. I just liked his character. I liked Morris Chestnut playing him. He had like a couple good scenes that I wrote down. One, of course, that fight scene. Like that whole scene from like him reading the book on the toilet, and they have like the lighting go red, so you know he's getting angry.
And then he's flashing to the actual time.
Like the actual like flashback to the
He's really getting angry.
But I had that scene, and I actually really liked his first prayer scene when they were in college.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good scene to kind of, and I thought it really did a good job of like kind of saying who he is and like his character kind of thing. And then the last scene I had was I really liked him saying his wedding vows. I just thought that was a good scene. Definitely like on that like very rom-com-y scene. You know, like they put that in there. They knew what they were doing. You know. But,
I liked it too, especially because he was crying. Yeah. And you didn't know if it was happy or sad tears.
Yeah.
I just liked that kind of ambiguity because every once in a while it would flash to like Mia and Harper. Every once in a while it would flash to that and it's like, oh, is he just like pissed? Is he gonna finish this? Like, is this gonna actually happen? But I did. I liked that.
And they had everyone crying during that scene too, which I also liked. Like everyone had their tears come. You know.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I liked Murch's conversation in the tuck shop with Harper.
Murch, that was Terrence Howard.
No, Terrence Howard was someone else. Murch was the one with the dreads.
Oh, okay.
I had to like look up his name because I thought it was Julian.
I had no idea. I wrote down Dread Guy. So.
But I just liked his conversation because he was like the first person to call out Harper on his shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, you kind of are acting, I see how you are able to judge all of us, but like, when the judgment comes, you kind of don't pick up the torch yourself. And like, continuing on with the merch, I just liked, towards the end, his scenes with Terrence Howard. They were kind of just like, not innocent bystanders, but just like, they were a good comedy duo towards the end once they were like trying to stop Lance from calling off the wedding and all that other stuff. Them like holding on to his legs while he's like walking down the aisle. That was good.
That was the last thing I had down too. I just had both of them down. Like I thought they were just very good together, very good like comedic relief without getting in the way of the film. Yeah, you know, like I think that like leg scene where they were doing that, and the other scene, I don't remember what exactly Lance and Harper were talking about, but they were kind of like hiding in the cupboards, watching, just making faces.
I know what you mean. That was when they were fighting when Lance was still trying to get.
That
Harper
original
was still trying
fight.
To get Lance.
That first fight, or
I was thinking of the second fight.
Oh, I mean, I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
I'm asking. Yeah, I'm purely asking. I don't remember what they were talking about or what the fight was, but I just remember them like making faces through the cover. I just thought it was funny.
Oh, that was the second fight then.
Oh, okay.
Because the first fight,
that was the one that ended like on the edge of the roof. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So it was the first fight you're thinking.
Yeah, but so I just really liked the role, you know.
Last thing I said was Regina Hall is always a treasure. I'm always happy to see her.
Oh yeah.
Granted, we're gonna see her again in. Most likely in Best Man Holiday if that relationship kicks up.
Yeah, well, I guess technically that video comes out first.
They already know.
You already know.
You already know.
We don't know what we think about it, but you know.
You know what we think. Exciting. But hopefully we like see.
It's like you're in the future,
just like her.
You know?
It's like you're in the future.
Yeah, crazy. But,
it's crazy how our filming works.
Yeah. All right. We're ready to get into negatives.
Yep.
All right. You want to start off or?
Sure. I'll start off. Should I go with the big one or the small one first? We'll with the small one first. Just the women character, their descriptions of women, and just like that whole women-hating kind of energy that was permeating. Not the best. Yeah, Didn't like it.
I had that one.
Not a fan.
That one poker table scene.
Yeah,
that one was kind of very cringy.
A rough
very
one.
Cringy.
That was rough.
A lot of like it was just very like. You can tell they were trying to give that like just guys talking kind of thing. But they like took it very extreme. Like,
it went bad real fast.
That's early 2000s, I guess. Yeah. This was like 99, so I guess that's what. But I had that down too. My biggest gripe with this movie was the most of the love stories, like most of the love lines, especially the side ones. Mm-hmm. So, and not necessarily them throughout the movie, but how they wrapped them up. You know,
that makes sense.
I thought, not Lance, main guy, Harper proposing to what's her face at the end, awful.
That's part of my thing.
Made no sense whatsoever. Like I hated that with every bone in my body. Hated that because like the whole movie he was just trying to cheat on her, and then she comes, finds this out, like sees the other girl, and I'm like, okay, like there's no way they get together, you know. And then he just comes out and proposes, and I'm like. That's such like a cop-out, you know?
Not only did he proposed at a wedding!
Yeah, like, it's just so many, like, red flags there. Like, you can tell he, like, there's no way he would, like, he wouldn't even say I love you over the phone.
I
know! Time. Literally the day before, he wouldn't say it over the phone because he was about to cheat, you know? And now there's a proposal. So I hated that. And I didn't like how Merch. I didn't like how Merch's relationship was wrapped up either. He kind of like
me neither.
He had so I guess he had his girlfriend of 2 years, right? Went to this bachelor party against her, and like I get them breaking up, but then he invites the dancer to the wedding and just like kind of tells her off at the door to this wedding. Who I'm assuming I didn't think she knew anyone there. It didn't seem like she really knew anyone there. Like. It seemed like it was his boy's wedding, and she was kind of his +1. Yeah. But then he had the other dancer girl as +1, Regina Hall. You know,
there's a lot of just adding people to weddings. You can't do that.
So like, that I didn't like how they wrapped that up either. But,
weddings aren't like a thing where like this isn't a house party where you can just show up with an extra person. This is a wedding.
It really isn't. Like you know?
This is like we have the guest list. We know who's here. We have X amount of plates. We don't have X plus like 5 days. No, that needs to be final.
But I didn't like how they wrapped up either of those relationships.
Okay, I'll go back to Harper because I thought Harper just sucked. He was so bad. He was a cheater and a liar for no real reason, and he didn't really take responsibility for his actions. Because there was the one scene where he was about to cheat with Jordan, and he like just yelled at her that it was her fault, and she was like,
gaslighting scene. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes,
and she like gave it back to him. She was like,
no, you're not about to come in here and yell at me after you got your ass for your dirty lie. Like, no,
he was he was like, because you're the one who wanted my book to be published, and she was like, dude, I didn't tell you to write a book about all the bad things you did. No. So there was that. he definitely didn't deserve Robin. Robin was way too good for him. Because like you said, he couldn't even say I love you over the phone because he was thinking about cheating with Jordan. And then, but going back to the proposal, which I hated with every fiber of my being as well, I didn't like that what happened was I would have been okay with them still being together if he had listened to Robin. Because Robin was like, okay, so I know you're trying to do this declaration of love. I heard what you said. It's going to take a lot because you were about to cheat on me. Yeah. You still haven't said I love you.
No,
like
all
that other
too.
stuff.
They said that too.
And I was like, okay, if we follow her plan, which is a real plan that makes sense, I'm on board. Like, I'm okay with this. But then he was like, you know your problem? You don't live in the moment. And I was like, No. She's living in the moment. That too. Yeah, he said something like, your problem is you don't live in the moment. Then he proposed, and I was like, read what moment?
I was like, marriage is probably the least in the moment decision you can make. Like, you're literally deciding for every moment that is not this current moment.
I know.
Because right now I'm not married. Me proposing means I want to be married in the future. So
I know.
I'm not living in the moment at all when I propose. So no, that whole scene was.
But that just it upset me so much because I was like, Robin has some good points right here because she's
great points. And I was like, go movie, okay.
She was like, I just want to talk. It's gonna take a while for us to like get back to a place where I can trust you and we can like be together. And I was like,
I was sitting there nodding like, that's real.
That's
real
stuff. And then he proposed, and I was
like, no. Like, instant face palm. Instant face palm.
I saw you face palm.
I was sitting there like, no. I was like, please don't do this.
And this was after me when she broke up with him or tried to break up with him at the airport, and then he stopped her. I was like, please don't go with him. Please leave him. Please leave. And I was like, dang it. Oh well. But then I thought that they were gonna do this good thing, and then they didn't.
I was like, okay, like if they're together, I'll accept that. Like you acknowledge that they're gonna need to work. Like they're not gonna movie magic it out the way, you know. But then they did. And I was like, wow. Like that was terrible.
It sucked because we were so close. I think that's what made it bad. We were so close.
We weren't even close. We were there. We were literally there. And then what's his name? Clarence, whatever. Not Clarence. What's his name? Harper. Harper just gaslights her and proposes. I was like, what the hell is this? You know, because we were there. Like they had the conversation, open communication. She was like, "Yeah, I understand, but it's gonna take time. Like that. This has been a lot. Like a lot happened." I was like, "Yeah, a lot did happen."
Yeah,
you know?
So much happened.
Then he proposed. Like he wasn't even prepared to propose. You know,
that was like last ditch effort to keep her. So like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, that was like the big thing that I had.
Yeah. Yeah, that was all I had really too.
Just like, that. Because I just felt the women deserved better.
Yeah, the way they, like I said, the way they wrapped these relationships up was just so in the man's favor. Like,
I know.
This is awful.
There were a lot of apologies from people who didn't need to apologize. It was not great.
I did like the wedding though. I did like again Lance and his wife. I did like their relationship. Yeah. Just the other two, they were cute. Trash. And then not to mention Harper, that one scene after the first fight where he's like was on the roof. Then they're in the bathroom or something, and he's like pinned up against a wall, and he has the nerve to say some bold shit like he didn't like. Like I was just like, you got your ass beat yesterday. You're still talking shit while you're pinned up against the wall. Like you're trying to get beat. But
and like I know they had the little shirtless scene where he had like a few abs, but like that's horse chestnut.
I'm like, no, like you were getting your ass handed to you out there, and I was like, good, and I like that scene too because it seemed real. Because I'm like, in this fight. Morris Chestnut's definitely destroying him, and no one's stepping in. So, like, these are two good things. You know, like, this is exactly what the fight should look like.
This is what I want.
This is what it should look like. But, alright, you want to get into ratings then?
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll give this one a 3. Like, it was just pretty enjoyable, and again, I think the premise of it just made it, like, so much better, you know, because, like, I guess the conflicts all kind of made sense. You knew they had this, like, very storied past. Again, like, once you get past that idea of, like, why are you writing a book like this? And, like, because, like, I guess his plan was to release this after the wedding and never have to see these people. I guess, but, like, you could have pushed it back a little more. Like, you're cutting it close, giving out early copies. Like,
I know.
As a writer, you should know people are going to read this. And even if they don't read it before the wedding, they're going to read it a week later when it drops. Like, once you get past that, I just thought it was like a fun, enjoyable movie. More like Morris Chestnut was good. Like
was great.
Yeah, and again, like aside from those, like how they wrap, and again, like I only really hated how they wrapped it up. Like during the movie, I thought the other relationships were kind of good. I thought, or not good, but I thought they were at least interesting. Like things were happening that seemed reasonable for a movie.
Yes.
But again, like I just didn't like how they wrapped it up. You know. But yeah, this one got a 3 from me.
also gave this movie a 3. I will say I thought it was a little too long. They could have cut some of the stuff out in the beginning.
Yeah.
But again, my main gripe is how things ended.
Mm-hmm.
I realized looking back that while I didn't like Harper, all of my favorite moments are when people are mad at him. So, yeah. Which was good. So it was kind of like we got a character who was very sucky, but everyone called him out on how sucky he was. So I was like, that's good. We weren't pretending he was like Jesus.
Yeah, he definitely didn't change. He definitely didn't change. He did
not change at all. But I think going past that, I did have a pretty good time. Just overall, it was pretty good. I'm always a fan of Morris Chestnut. I did like Regina Hall, even though she didn't do much. Mm-hmm. I just love her, and it was interesting that someone fell in love with a stripper, like, first glance.
Yeah.
I hope that comes back.
That scene was kind of funny, too.
I hope that comes into play in Best Man Holiday. Well, we'll know.
Yeah.
We'll know.
You already know.
You already know if it comes into play or not.
Yeah, y'all living in the future, you know.
We're
stuck in the past.
Even the Terrence Howard with Shelby thing, even that was amusing to me, too.
Yeah.
Because she was, like, seen as a domineering person, and he had this whole thing about women being domineering at that awful poker game. But, like, him and her flirting, I was like, oh, I can do this one. I can do this one. That might have been the only relationship, that one and Lance and Mia's.
Yeah,
those were the only relationships that ended up okay, that I was like,
no, I agree.
Perfect.
I agree, you know? But, that was The Best Man.
Would you like to wish you'd seen this earlier?
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was the last question. Yeah, this one's like I don't know. I'm like on the fence. It's kind of like very soft yes. Like, very soft yes. I had a rom-com phase a while ago a few years ago. I kind of wish I would have thrown this in there. Kind of the only reason, I guess. And also the other reason is I feel like I haven't said yes in a while. It's like, isn't a requirement, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pick this one, you know? Because again, like, I had that phase,
said yes is because we've just been doing Christmas
movies.
Yeah, we're doing
a lot of holiday ones.
Those are very much like... It doesn't matter when you see them. It's more or less the same.
Yeah. So maybe that also factored. Like, this one wasn't a holiday movie, so I feel like, okay, there's more opportunities I would have had to see this one. You know?
That's true.
So it's like a very soft yes. What about you?
This is also a soft yes for me. Mostly because I feel as though I probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more had I seen it earlier. Mm-hmm. Back when I didn't think all these romance things that they ended with were red flags. I learned what a red flag was.
I hope, you know.
So that would have been like, oh, okay. I would have been okay with someone proposing at a wedding, because now that's like nightmare personified. But yeah, I think I would have enjoyed this. And like you said, just like I watch rom-coms, I would have thrown this one in. Like, easy could have thrown it in.
Yeah. But, all right. That was The Best Man.
Yes, it was. I was about to say The Best Man Holiday, but that's the few. That's you guys already saw that.
We're living in 2020 right now. You know?
Yeah.
Crazy. But, like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell for notifications. If you have any suggestions for us, you can leave them in the comments down below. We do movies on Tuesdays and Fridays, and on Sundays we do TV shows and music. All of our socials will be linked down below, and we'll see you next time to catch up. Bye. Where are you with this man? He cheated!
No, for real.
And then proposed with no ring?
Yep.
Letting you know that was an afterthought. He did not have that plan.
Really, he did not. He literally went on this whole trip planning on cheating.
I know!
You know, and then he failed at his mission because he got beat up. And he was like, I guess I might as well propose, you know?
No, he probably still could have cheated if he hadn't yelled at Jordan.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely had a chance. Like, if he even took, just didn't play the gaslight card. Like, that was just the worst card to play.
Yeah!
Like,
that's always the worst.
You slept with his wife. She had nothing to do with this. The book was gonna come out anyway. Like,
also, you controlled the subject matter of the book.
Yeah, you wrote the book. Like, you were just hurt, man. You were just hurt. You're just mad you got your ass beat, you know?